two different ways to crochet your knit along panels together. Now, of course, you could use mattress stitch if you want to, and that would give a great effect too. I find crocheting a little bit more fun and also a little bit quicker. So that's why I'm quite keen on crocheting. But anyway, let me show you the first way. So this is going to create quite a decorative ridge along the front, which I think looks really good, and it's worked in a contrast colour. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to pass your hook, and you want to use a hook that's one size or two sizes smaller than the needles that you've used for knitting. And actually I'm using a 3.5 here, and the yarn and the cabling was done with a 5mm. So pop it under both edges, okay, and then we're just going to put the yarn around the hook and pull that through to create our first loop or our first stitch on the hook. Okay, so from there we're going to go into our next stitch, and you're going under both sort of bars of the 11, if you like. Yeah, like that. And yarn around the hook and pull it through, and then pull it through. And then when you've got two stitches on the hook, you're going to put your yarn around your hook and pull it through to create a double crochet. And that's it. So we'll go under the next stitch, and you know what, it doesn't matter too much if you're not quite there with your accuracy, so long as the edges line up. And then yarn around and pull it through both. So we'll keep going like that, and you're working this all along the edge. We'll just get both of them, yarn around the hook, pull it through, and pull it through, and then yarn around the hook and through both loops. And that's going to create this really attractive double crochet, and you get this lovely sort of ridge of colour, contrast colour, all the way along, which I just think looks terrific. So that's my first method, joining with a double crochet. Nice and quick once you get into the rhythm. And it doesn't matter if you've never crocheted before. I am hardly a crocheter, but it's a nice quick method. Now, if you wanted to, you could work from the wrong side, all those ends I haven't darned in. You could work from this side, and then on the right side, you'd just have a very flat join and you wouldn't have a ridge. So if that's the look that you prefer, then work from that side. But I actually like that contrast. Okay, so a slightly sort of flatter and less conspicuous join is to join with a slip stitch. So we're going to start in exactly the same way as we did before. So yarn around the hook and pull it through both. So we're starting with a slip stitch. And then literally you're just going to pass your hook through both stitches, both sides, yarn around and pull it through, and then just through. Okay, and we'll just tighten that up. And then I'm going to do exactly the same again, through and through, and then pull the yarn through all three. Oops, there we go. I'll do it one more time. So yarn through, and hook the yarn, and then just pull it through all three. So what you end up with is a little chain effect on one side, and then on the other side you get almost like a sort of like a back stitch effect. So you've still got that little bit of contrast, but it doesn't go right over the two panels. So take your pick. Different ways to join your cable along knitted panels.